Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To the Honorable Miss Sri Suci MPD as our lecturer in Media Language Teaching, and I am standing here. I am Nada Sabira as the presenter, and here I would like to deliver you about the material board game design as in a media language teaching. Okay, first thing first. According to Varianto, a game as a technique in language teaching add more fun in the class. Next, talking about games, people will usually think about funny things for child, but today games cannot only be used for young learners, but it also can be used for all ages. For high school students, the games can be used as a media for teaching and learning process. By using games, the teacher's instruction can be meaningful and enjoyable for all age groups. Besides, the teacher can also provide a social skill when they are playing games because it gives the opportunity for the students to interact with others players. Next, one of the games that can be used is a board games. Is it effective and appropriate to use since it can be applied in group so the students can express their idea using English with their friends in fun way? So I think, with using media in board games as media language teaching, it can improve and enhance the student speaking's ability. Now, choosing as a setting for your board games. Is the game in a cave, is in a castle, or in a prison digestive tract? Decide whether you want players to move by selecting cards, rolling number cubes, or both. Do you want the end of the end game to be determined by the number of points someone has or by reaching an end square? Is it a planning for the board game itself? Next, for the developing, make a draft of your game boards, add details, use good judgment in determining question to answer in order to move around your board. And then think of adventures and misadventures for your games like see a shooting stars. Round 12, turn 9 to the nearest 10 to make a wish and move for 5 spaces or fall off a cliff. And then multiply 15.7 and then correctly or move back 3 spaces like in a Monopoly games. Next, what makes a board games so much fun? First, you have challenge like roadblocks or false path that make you backtrack. Then you land on a lucky square that lets you leap forward past your opponent. Best of all, you are with your friends as you play. For this quarter project, you will use English to improve your speaking skills to create a games in board games. Then you will play your game with friends in the class, or you can play it in home with your family for a trial fun. Finally, you will decorate your game and bring it to the class to play, and it will improve your speaking ability. Now, next is about organizing. Finish your games board and write the rules of your game. Organize everything needed to play your game. Now, in designing, add details to your game board that require decimal skills such as or no, in math, if in math subject we can use decimal, but in English we can use another question and answer about the English questionnaire. Adding question and answer, subtracting, the question about life or anything, multiplying, dividing, place value, you can false, truth or dare, and anything, and then rounding and estimate with decimal. If in English we can say with another challenge, and then comparing and ordering the dare. You may include other speaking skills in English. Next, create the board that is at least 20 inches. Use illustration and color. And third is put a cardboard backing on the game board. You can play with the cubes. Next, for the example is Monopoly board games. In every block, you can find some question and answer and challenge truth or dare. And then for next is board games example is Kids and Letters. Nah, in board games what I mean like English race. The title is English race in board games. Next, board games example life. And third, fourth board games example Trivial Pursuit. In Trivial Pursuit, it looks like a Zuma game. Next is board games example chess. I think it's familiar to anyone. Next, category. In 4, 3, 2, 1. In improving speaking skills. Your game includes opportunity to use addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division or any question and answer. And then your game provides opportunities for most, but not all the questions related to concept. And then your game focus on one question in doing truth or dare. Your game include no more than one aspect in English to dare the enemy in playing the games of English race. And then there's the rules and creativity. The rules were written clearly enough that all could easily participate. Rules were written, but one part of the game needed slightly more explanation, and then rules were written, but people had some difficulty figuring out the game, and then the rules were not written. And then about the creativity, put a lot of thought into making the game interesting and fun to play, as shown by creative question and answer, game pieces and or board games. Put some thought into making the game interesting and fun to play by using texture, fancy writing, or interesting characters. Try to make the game interesting and fun, but some of the things made it harder to understand or enjoy the game. Little thought was put into making the game interesting or fun. And the last is presentation. The board game's rules and any other related material was very well present and was free for any errors. The game's board rules and any other related material was well presented. Okay, game due for the deadline, and then we can find again in Monopoly. So I have designed a game in a Monopoly called English Race. So you can play it with the cubes. You can shake the cubes, and then the numbers is out. For example, is we choose 3, the number of 3, 4, or 5, and then you can run from the start. You can run to the fourth number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and you just stop in the fourth number, and you will get the question. For the example is, what's your name, and how was your vacation and last holiday, like that. And then you can shake the cubes again. Shake, 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 and the number is out is 6. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You jump in what is that? Jail. You lock in jail, and you have to shake the cubes again to make the 6th number is out. Okay, that's all from me. I think it's really fun to make it game in the class to improve the student speaking skills. Okay. Okay, the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.